Have you ever wondered what a digital photo is actually made of? When you look at an image on your phone or computer, what are you really seeing? Think about your day. You might watch videos on a tablet, play a game on a console, or video chat with a friend on a laptop. On each of these screens, you see crisp, clear images. A face, a landscape, a cartoon character. They all look seamless and whole. But what if you could zoom in? What if you could magnify the screen 1,000 times over? What would you find? This hidden world is made of something called pixels. The word pixel is short for picture element, and it's the smallest possible piece of any digital image. Imagine a gigantic mosaic made from millions of tiny, colored tiles. A digital screen works in a very similar way. Each pixel is one of those tiles. By itself, a single pixel doesn't show you much. It's just a single tiny square of color. But when you arrange millions of them together in a grid, they create every photo, video, and app you've ever seen. These three lights are always the same. One red, one green, and one blue. This is known as the RGB color model. These aren't like the colors you mix with paint. They are the primary colors of light itself. Your brain sees different colors based on how bright each of these three tiny lights are. If the pixel needs to be red, the red light turns on at full power, while the green and blue lights stay off. But what about other colors, like yellow, purple, or orange? This is where the magic of mixing light begins. To make a yellow pixel, the red and green lights both turn on at full brightness, and the blue light stays off. Your brain mixes the red and green light to see yellow. To create a magenta or bright purple color, the red and blue lights turn on, while the green light stays off. What about black? To create a black pixel, the screen does something very simple. It just turns all three lights completely off. By precisely controlling the brightness of each of the red, green, and blue subpixels, a screen can create millions upon millions of different colors. Think of each pixel as a master artist with only 3 tubes of paint, but it can mix them into any shade imaginable. Now let's zoom back out. One pixel is tiny and simple, but what happens when you have thousands or even millions of them? When you hear about a screen's resolution, this is what it's referring to. It's a measure of how many pixels are packed into that grid. A high-definition screen, often called 1080p, has a grid that is 1920 pixels wide and 1080 pixels tall. If you do the math, that means there are over 2 million individual pixels on that screen. 2 million tiny dots working together. A 4K screen has even more. It has a grid of 3, 840 by 2, 160 pixels. That's over 8 million pixels. And the smaller the pixels are, the harder it is for your eyes to see them individually. This is why a 4K image looks so much sharper and more detailed than a lower resolution image. The tiles of the mosaic are much smaller. The image appears smoother and more realistic because the building blocks it's made from are too tiny for your brain to separate. Your computer, phone, or gaming console has a powerful component called a graphics processing unit, or GPU. The GPU's job is to be the director of all these pixels. It's like a conductor leading a massive orchestra of lights. For every single frame of a video, the GPU sends a list of instructions to every single pixel on the screen. It tells each pixel exactly what color it should be by specifying the exact brightness for its red, green, and blue lights. So for a 4K screen showing a video, the GPU is sending instructions to over 8 million pixels, 60 times per second. That's nearly 500 million pixel changes happening every single second, right in front of your eyes. This rapid changing of colors is what creates the illusion of motion. Your brain connects the sequence of still images into a fluid video. It's the same principle as a flipbook. Each page is a slightly different drawing, and when you flip them quickly, the character appears to move. Every time you zoom into a photo, the computer isn't actually making the photo bigger. It's just making the pixels themselves bigger, dedicating more screen area to display the information from each pixel. This is why when you zoom in too far on a low-quality image, you start to see those blocky squares. You're seeing the individual pixels. It's not just for screens. The camera in your phone captures light using a sensor that is also a grid of pixels. Each sensor element records the color and brightness of the light hitting it, and that information is stored as a pixel in a digital file. So an image is first captured by pixels, then stored as a file made of pixel data, and finally displayed using pixels on your screen. Every character of text you read, every icon you tap, every video you watch exists as a carefully arranged pattern of pixels. It's a universal language that allows computers to understand, store, and show visual information. Without the humble pixel, we would have no digital photography, no video games, no YouTube, and no modern graphic design. The entire visual world of the internet is built on this one simple, elegant idea. The big insight here is how incredible complexity can arise from very simple rules and very simple building blocks. But when you combine millions of them and give them instructions from a powerful processor, they can create breathtaking works of art or transport you to imaginary worlds. This is a core principle in science and engineering. Complex systems, from a living organism to the internet itself, are often built from simple parts working together. The next time you look at a screen, any screen, take a moment to think about what you're truly seeing. You are not just looking at a picture. You are looking at a perfectly coordinated dance of millions of tiny lights, each playing its part. You're seeing the fundamental language of light and information that powers our entire digital world.